Good evening. I'm Stacey Amos for News Channel 8, and these are the top stories that we have for you tonight. 5 suspects are in custody right now for the murder and torture of Officer Wendell Lazi Williams. We'll talk to the new CEO, Jeff Nelson of Juan Louis Hospital, and Bogle's Entertainment Report. Those are the top stories we have for you tonight on News Channel 8. In our top story tonight, 4 suspects are in custody here in St. Croix and 1 coming in from Georgia for the murder and torture of Officer Wendell Lazi Williams. Let's go to News Channel 8's Wes Small as he files this report.
Thank you very much, Stacy. You know, for years, St. Croix has had a dark cloud over it. We are talking about the disappearance of Wendell Lazi Williams, police officer who has been vanished, and a lot of rumors had taken place. Wendell Lazi Williams has been missing since June 13th, 2001, and today there was a major press conference called here at Rainbow Command. Last night we had a lot of police activity in the area, helicopters and so forth. Now today we have 5 individuals who have been arrested for the kidnapping, torture, and murder of police officer Wendell Lazi Williams. Let's go to that police press conference right now with Police Commissioner Henry White Jr.
This matter was one of the first things that I was introduced to when I arrived here as the new police commissioner. Now, having been in this business for over 30 years myself, that is the one thing that remains constant globally for people who put their lives on the line, leave their families and go to work and hope you come back to where you left. The cold case squad that made it their mission to get to the bottom of this should be congratulated, and I'm very, very proud to have worked with them in getting this thing handled. It takes pursuance and a commitment, and the resolution of this case is collectively done by agencies outside as well as inside the territory. As mentioned earlier, the Federal Bureau of Investigation, U.S. Border Patrol and Customs, and the Georgia Bureau of Investigation contributed as well. And I can tell you, one of the things that will unify law enforcement globally is when we find out that something like this happened to one of our people. This is a family, it's an extended family, and I'm certainly proud to be a part of it. And my hat's off to all of those who were able not only to investigate the case, but bring it to a logical conclusion. And as I said, this is an ongoing as well. So we still have work to do, but this is a very, very proud moment in my career.
Let's go to that police press conference this morning with Police Chief Chris Howe.
Today will go down in my memory as one of the most significant moments in my career. On June 13th, 2001, a Virgin Islands police officer by the name of Wendell Williams vanished. In spite of intense federal and local investigations, endless searching, and large rewards, the circumstances surrounding Officer Williams' disappearance remain perhaps the greatest mystery in Virgin Islands Police Department history until now. This week, the Cold Case Squad obtained search and arrest warrants for 5 individuals, charging them with murder in the first degree in connection to the kidnapping, torture, and murder of police officer Wendell Williams. The Superior Court judge set the bail for each of these individuals at $1.5 million. Officer Williams' disappearance is much more than losing a fellow officer. It cast a shadow on this police department and eroded morale. And it made us question our commitment not just to this community, but to the profession as a whole. The individuals responsible for this have lived with what they have done and moved on with their lives. They have counted on the notion that we have given up and we have forgotten. and that there's an expiration date on their crimes. This monumental mistake was never more obvious than it was this morning. At 2 a.m. this morning, I personally briefed a very carefully selected 62-member team. This team consisted of senior members of the Virgin Islands Police Department, the Federal Bureau of Investigation, and air support provided by Customs and Border Patrol. At 2:30 a.m., we carried out the assignment, which took 4 of these individuals into custody and searched 7 locations. At the same time, a 70-member team, including a SWAT team with the Georgia Bureau of Investigations and FBI near Atlanta, Georgia, arrested a 5th suspect on a Virgin Islands warrant. This individual will be extradited back to the Virgin Islands to stand trial for murder. This investigation was not solved by the discovery of a smoking gun or earth-shattering confessions. This is an investigation that was moved forward, sometimes only inches at a time, by a commitment and unwavering pursuit of the truth by the Virgin Islands Police Department's Cold Case Squad.
Let's go to Melody Rains, VIPD spokesperson, for more on this historic breakthrough.
Arrested on St. Croix at about 3 a.m. on Friday, February 10th, was 32-year-old Sharima Clercent of Estate 2 Williams, Jose G. Ventura, age 41, of Estate Wim, and Maximiliano Velasquez, age 38, of Estate Clifton Hill. 39-year-old Jose M. Rivera Jr. was arrested at about 1 a.m. Friday by Georgia law enforcement. And at about 10:45 a.m. the same day, Juan G. Velasquez, age 29, surrendered to Virgin Islands police. The suspects are all being held on a $1.5 million bail each and are in the custody of the Golden Grove Adult Correctional Facility pending court proceedings. Jose M. Rivera Jr., the suspect arrested in Georgia, is being held in custody there, pending his extradition to the Virgin Islands.
Right now, let's go to these raids last night as they kicked in doors after 2:30 here on St. Croix from Clifton Hill all the way through Frederickstead. This is exclusive footage provided to News Channel 8 by Earl Morris.
We're in the State of Florida. Special Forces. Got the Chief of Police. The helicopter is right up here.
A lot of questions have been asked. Why did this case take so long? The community wanted to know from the very beginning, are police involved in Lazi's disappearance and murder? Let's go to Police Chief Chris Howell as he answers reporters' questions who still want to know about police involvement.
I can tell you and maybe dispel any rumors that there was some sort of police department connection to it. There is absolutely none. And when I say that, as the last reporter just asked if any of them were former VIPD employees, there's not. And the motive in this matter, we're not going to disclose it right now, but it will come out when we get closer to trial or during trial, I'm sure.
When you say there was no police department connection, are you saying he was not abducted because he's an officer, or was it just random?
No, I'm not saying that. Okay. What I'm saying is in regards to the suspects. The suspects did not have connections within the police department, nor were they ever employed with the police department.
But was it? Can you say whether he was specifically targeted because he was an officer?
I'm not going to comment right now.
The Virgin Island Police Department finally found out, at least allegedly, they have suspects in the murder and the torture of one of their own. At Rainbow Command, I'm Wes Small for News Channel 8.
Thanks, Wes. We haven't heard the last of that story. We're going to give you more information as it comes in. And please know, all suspects are in custody and are innocent until proven guilty. Now, have you ever thought of Juan Louis Hospital as a tourist destination? Well, guess what? West Small is with CEO Jeff Nelson to talk more about it.
Thanks a lot, Stacy. Here we are once again at Juan Louis Hospital, and here with CEO Jeff Nelson. And, come to a hospital, come on vacation. Off camera, we've been talking about Aloha, Hawaii. We could do the same thing. You could come and get fixed up and then go take a sea bath. You can't get healed any better in our beautiful sea.
They call it medical tourism. Now, some people may not think that you would take a tour in a medical facility, but many people are looking for great health care. They will go great distance for the best of the world. We did that with hospitals in Hawaii, and I've done that also my home state, Minnesota, where the mecca, the center of all medical tourism, is the Mayo Clinic in Rochester, Minnesota. Mm-hmm. And people don't go to Rochester, Minnesota to see the cornfields and bean fields or the Zumbro River.
I heard you say that on the radio,
but it's so true. There's so much more beauty here. Just think about the people, the food, as well as the beautiful water and the setting we're here. People would rather come here for respite and for care, but also for the quality of care. We have the top 5% quality of care in the nation right here. And that's hard for some people to believe. Now, we have lots of challenges still, but when it comes down to healthcare quality, you can go on our webpage and you can look at our quality scores, what they're called core measures, and you can see where we are. And we're in the top 5% of the nation.
So what do you have to add about that medical tourism issue?
Well, what we're trying to do is tell people around the world what we're doing. So every Friday, Dr. Poos, as an example, who's our intensivist, he does work with our ER as well as our ICU. He's on with hospitals across the world, from Chile to the mainland, all the way to Afghanistan and other parts of the Middle East, talking about the quality of care that we have. And we're starting to get referrals from patients coming here. And so those people that say you can't have people come here because it's just Juan Louis. We have great care. We have wonderful care. We have wonderful doctors and wonderful physicians and nurses to take care of people.
And the food's not that bad either.
I just came from lunch. It's great.
What's the special today?
Oh, there's a bunch of them. I just had a steak wrap.
Thank you, Jeff. Jeff Nelson, tourist mecca, Juan Louis Hospital. Like the kids said in Bad News Bears, it could happen. I'm Wes Small for News Channel 8.
Now, when we come back, we're at UVI for a real sweet event. We'll see you right back here. Welcome back. I am here at UVI with the wonderful little princesses at the Little T Miss Princess Seminar being held for 5th and 6th graders at Charles H. Emanuel students. And Miss UVI is actually putting this on, and she's graced us with her presence along with all our princesses. So we're going to talk to her about why she decided to do this and what the purpose is. Miss UVI.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. Well, in honor of our 50th anniversary at the institution, we decided to hold a tea party for these young ladies from the Charles H. Emanuel School, only 5th and 6th graders, just so that they can have an opportunity to celebrate our birthday with us. We want to keep them in mind. We want to also let them know that they're our future. We're giving them an opportunity to have seminars on leadership development, confidence, etiquette, and networking. And before they leave today, they should be having their certificates of participation as well as their care packages.
Is this something that you do every year, or you plan on doing every year?
Well, this is our first year that we actually had it done. We don't know if we're gonna do it next year, but because of how wonderful it's going, we're looking forward to actually having it as something that Miss UVI does every year.
Wonderful. And actually, the person who's teaching these little princesses how to be better princesses is Miss Linda Smith. And we want to get a word from her on what she's teaching our beautiful little girls today.
Today we were learning basic table setting and styling grace. I must say I'm one of the facilitators. The others are getting ready for the other half of today's program.
Wonderful. And we are with Miss Charles H. Emanuel, who's here with us. And I have to tell you, I did this. I learned how to fold napkins and did my bread and butter. So are you having fun?
Yes.
Yes. What do you have to say about being a part of this event?
That it's great, and I am very happy that I am here, because if I wasn't here, I wouldn't get to make it.
Okay, wonderful. Anyone else want to tell us about how much they're enjoying there? Go ahead, tell us.
I'm enjoying this because this is our opportunity that we get to be here, because we wouldn't have get to be here if Miss UVI would have never picked us.
Right, exactly. So what we're going to do is we're going to wave goodbye. All of us have a princess wave, and we are so glad to be here at UVI. And it was so good being graced by those little princesses. Now we're going to take you to Bogle for the entertainment report. Bogle, what's happening this weekend?
Thank you very much, Stacey. Good evening to everyone. Welcome to this week's edition of the Entertainment Report. Definitely you're looking someplace to go, starting off with tonight. We're going to touch up on the island of St. Croix. If you're looking someplace to go, definitely you can go down to the Christian Center area on the boardwalk. You're going to have fire train. They'll be playing some nice music for you. Also, you can go down to Frontline. Some of the DJs from 103.5 are going to be there spinning some of the hottest tunes. It's club night down there at Frontline Nightclub in Calcahoon. Then we're going to move on to Saturday night. We're going to tell you what's going on Saturday night. Definitely this Saturday it's all about a pre-Valentine's dance taking place at Crusaders. Music will be provided by Big Cat Sound, DJ Heart Attack, DJ Jules. It's all about soca, calypso, reggae, and country. $10 get you in before 12, and there'll be some special prizes for the best dressed individuals. So go on down there to the Crusaders and have some fun. And then about the pre-Valentine bash again takes place on the eastern side of the island. We are talking about Club 54. It's all about the 3-time Roadman champs, the Fusion band. That's right, 3 times. And also, you're going to have the Styly band. They're going to be there also. You're going to have DJ Carl, Selector Coof, Big Cat Sound, and also Super Truck. So you definitely got to go and check out the Christian Set area. And then on Sunday, you're looking someplace to go, definitely you can go on down to the car track, the St. Croix Motorsports Complex. It's all about the big dog show and match races. All right? Remember, you're going to have races all afternoon. That's after the dog show. And of course, you bring out your dogs, you can dress them up and win some prizes. For me, I don't own a dog, but I know my monkey is very cute. So I'm going to bring my monkey to the track. I hope it's allowed. All right? And then afterwards, you're going to see the races between Bubbly and all those guys, Simon, and some of the best from the Virgin Islands. Of course, the Super from the Hill is going to be there. So definitely, Humphrey, Rafi, all those guys, you got to go on out to the racetrack and full enjoy yourself. $5 for kids and $10 for adults. Doors open at about 3 p.m. on Sunday afternoon. And then we're going to move on to the big AgFest weekend. A lot of events. We're going to start off on the island of St. Thomas, of course. Remember, on the 18th, on St. Thomas at the Hush Nightclub, it's all about the Sugar Band. You're going to have the Volume Band International and DJ Nut. They're going to be there at Hush Nightclub, so you got to check it out. I think you could get in there for about, what, $20 to $25, so you want to go and check it out. And then we move to the big island of St. Croix. It's all about the strength of a woman, featuring the lights of our very own defender. I'm talking about Mother Fire Nile. Also on the card from the VI, you're going to have the Virgin Islands best kept secret, I call her. You're going to have Shanice Jeffords. And then also from Jamaica, you're going to have the sweet sounding sensation in Alaine. And then of course, you're going to have the ever conscious. I'm talking about Itana. She's going to be there. Fire Train is also going to be there. So you definitely got to go and check it out. All brought to you by Silk Promotion. So come on, you're not going to be walking in any mud. You know what I'm saying? So you can put on your high heels, your nice dresses and stuff like that. Come out looking a little formal and stuff and full enjoy yourself for the strength of a woman. All right? And then we go on to the Sunday night, back at the Nissan Center also. It's all about, of course, I rep, we rep, you rep. Out of Antigua, it's the Red Hot Burning Flames. You're going to have, of course, the one and only with Sir Uncle and the rest of the crew. They're going to be coming right here to St. Croix. And from St. Kitts, representing St. Kitts, you're going to have the People's Champ. I'm talking about New Vibes International, a.k.a. the Sugar Band. And repping the Virgin Islands is all about the party band. I'm talking about Heart Attack. They're going to be there. And music will be provided by DJ Porter. And I'll be there chilling out with you also. So definitely get your flags ready. We want to see the best outfit. Them somebody could win some money for the best outfit. So definitely you want to come and check it out. I rep happening down at the Nissan Center. So you got to come and check that one out. And then don't forget, the 25th of February, it's all about the big country and western dance at Crusader. It's just $1,000 you're going to win. And also when it comes to country and western, you're looking for something to do on country and western. Also, Ag Fair weekend, down there at the Crusaders, that's Saturday. You're going to have DJ Jules and DJ Wills. That's Saturday. You can't forget that. The 18th, down there at the Crusaders, you got to check that one out, all right? Before I go, I can't forget, don't forget the horse races. You're going to have Daddy Jones and crew. Of course, they're going to be there for entertainment. It's all about the Triple Crown, the VI Triple Crown, happening at the Randall Doc James Racetrack. That's the 19th of February, Ag Fair weekend. So definitely, and you could win some money too, you know. You can win some money down there at the track, so definitely you want to go and check it out. Remember, the official after party is IREP. So there I have gave you all the events that's going on that I know about, that I was contacted about, right here in the entertainment report. As I said, whatever you do it peacefully. If you drink, just don't drive. Back to you, Stacey.